Let's talk about the attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi this week that killed 4 Americans, including Ambassador Chris Stevens. A top Libyan official now says that the attack on that consulate on Tuesday was, quote, his words, pre-planned. Al-Qaeda says the operation was revenge for our killing a top Al-Qaeda leader. What have we done?
The best assessment we have today is that, in fact, this was not a pre-planned, premeditated attack. That what happened initially was that it was a spontaneous reaction to what had just transpired in Cairo as a consequence of the video, that people gathered outside the embassy, and then it grew very violent. But we don't see at this point signs that this was a coordinated, planned, premeditated attack.
Should U.S. security have been tighter at that consulate, given the history of terror activity in Benghazi?
Well, we obviously did have a strong security presence, and unfortunately, 2 of the 4 Americans who died in Benghazi were there to provide security. But obviously, there was a significant security presence defending our consulate and our other facility in Benghazi.
But let me say specifically about Susan Rice. She made an appearance at the request of the White House, in which she gave her best understanding of the intelligence that had been provided to her.
Now, I hope you were paying very close attention there, because as usual, when the teleprompters are not scrolling, the truth, well, that magically comes out. Now, what you just heard from the president, for the first time, he admitted that Rice was sent on the Sunday shows, quote, at the request of the White House. Now, if that is in fact the case, and if Susan Rice was following marching orders from the president himself, well, that means she went into battle armed with White House talking points. And what do those talking points say? It appears they told her to ignore the Intelligence Committee because they knew within 24 hours that Al-Qaeda was behind this strike. And instead of telling the truth, she repeatedly blamed the death of a U.S. ambassador and 3 other Americans on this, quote, YouTube video. Now, why? Because that's what she was told to do. She was following orders, and it's becoming more and more clear where these orders are coming from. And it's also clear that the president lied when he said that this is one of the most critical moments at the 2012 presidential debates. Remember when he said the following?
The day after the attack, Governor, I stood in the Rose Garden, and I told the American people and the world that we were going to find out exactly what happened, that this was an act of terror.
Well, obviously that's not true, because the president now admits he sent Rice on TV to blame the YouTube video.